It was Sunday, April 19th, 2020. I woke up that morning and had decided to brainstorm video ideas. And as usual, while I was trying to focus I got distracted and I started watching YouTube, and then I noticed this. And I watched the video, and I was the big sad, since Skeppy clickbaited me, but the video made me wonder, is it possible? And after doing some digging on the Minecraft wiki about Superflat worlds, it came to me. According to the official Minecraft wiki, a Superflat world may be customizable, and it is still classified as a Superflat world. That's why it's in the Superflat section. After a bit more digging I was led here, which tells me it is possible to find generated strongholds. To simplify this, before creating my world all I have to do is go here and type stronghold. And because I'm no casual I decided to do it on hardcore mode. So now that I'm done explaining this all game theorist style, there's one more I think I want to mention. To make this video I went through 73 if you count the successful one attempts. To be more precise, it took me 20 hours 55 minutes and 26 seconds. So if you could do me a really big favor and just consider subscribing to the channel, where I make more desperate attempts for the quality content, it would truly mean the world to me. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. One more thing you'll notice, that I have Badlion waypoints enabled, so I know where stuff is, since apparently subscribed to Noob King 767 is her actual seed. So I soon learned and mapped where stuff was. This isn't cheating, since it doesn't help me kill anything, it just tells me where things are. And if you still think that's cheating, the world record speedrunner basically did this but without the waypoints, and just memorized where everything was. And if you still think I cheated, well, I got nothing, so P. It's very important for me to get a saddle from this first village and tame the horse. If I don't get the saddle I kill myself and restart, since the horse helps me a lot. I then get stone tools, a stack of wooden 6 crafting tables, one for each stock. An important detail to mention is that the only time passive mob spawn is at the start and at village pens. That's why I need to tame the horse now and kill any chickens for feather to make arrows later. These 5 hay bales give a lot of food, which is why I break them. I then proceed to force the horse into becoming my best friend like any normal person would do. Please don't call Peter on me. When I got to the first blacksmith chest I got insanely lucky and got 6 diamonds. But ideally I was looking for 3 iron to craft a bucket, so I could get some lava and burn the iron golem to death. With my 6 diamonds I got a diamond sword and a pair of diamond boots. I then went to the next one. Before looting the blacksmith chest I decided to steal all of the villagers' crops, so that they'd all starve to death. Yeah, I know, nothing much, just the usual thing you do after entering a village. This chest, unlike the first one I raided, was pretty much garbage, since I need buckets. Since buckets allow me to water clutch and I need them to build / like the nether portal. It was at this point I started to get worried, since I really needed iron for some buckets, since those buckets are the safest way to kill the iron golems and get more iron, since iron golems for some reason can one-shot you. It had started to turn dark as well, and during the nights I always had to go hunting for enderman. By the time I got close to the 4th and final blacksmith it had already turned night, and I found my first enderman. This was the last chest, so I had to get it, or I would have restarted my run. but luckily I got the iron. I also had enough to make a shield which will help out during the blaze fight and killing endermans. At this point I also realized I could make some golden carrots which will help out a bit with healing. After all of that crafting I went out. To kill more endermen I needed 9 ender pearls to be exact. Overall I'd say that was a pretty good haul of pearls, since I only need 3 more now. And real quick I'm going to breaking and entering, but I only do the breaking part. After that it was time to head towards the stronghold to set up the nether portal. On my way to the stronghold I stopped by some villagers to steal some of their food and kill the iron golems. Shortly after, I finally made it to the stronghold which for some reason is above the ground. I know it's weird. So in the stronghold there are only a couple of chests worth looting. To begin, the library chests are useless. That's because they have enchantment books and I'm not wasting 2 hours trying to make an anvil. Then there's one which has an ender pearl in it, and one that has iron and apples, and another with 4 bread, those chests being the best ones to loot, though the other 2, which one contains apples and another a iron helmet, might be useful to raid depending on your iron situation. Also don't ask me why the stronghold chests are the same, but the villager chests are random. I really don't know why, but if you do please tell me, I'm curious. After looting the stronghold I finally made it to the end portal room where I also plan on setting up the nether portal. To be more precise, I'm going to be building it in the doorway to the end portal room. And of course Silverfish had to interrupt me in the middle of building the portal. Although it took a bit to set up the nether portal along with the lighting mechanism, I did finish it. While I was waiting for the nether portal to light, since this method does take a bit of time to do, I decided to make some better pants, because my leather ones are pretty much garbage, and with my leftover iron I decided to make some backup shields, since I know blazes just shred them. While waiting I decided to make a bow which I need to take out the end crystals in the end. Finally, after a very long 3 minutes the portal finally lit, and although I was ready to go to the nether, it had turned night and I needed those 2 ender pearls to make 9 eyes of ender, so I decided to do some enderman hunting real quickly before I hop into, so I could go to the end right after coming out the nether portal. After obtaining the last 2 ender pearls I needed, I was off to the nether. As soon as I got into the nether I started mining netherrack, since I need to it to nerd pole during the ender dragon fight. I also started to grab as much gravel as possible, which I was going to use on arrows. Why did I say was, you ask? Well, shortly after mining all that gravel I had actually realized I somehow lost the feathers, so F in the chat. After crying and contemplating my life's choices like any normal person would do in that situation, I gathered what was left of myself and started to head towards the nether fortress. After a very stressful 3 minutes of walking, I finally found the nether fortress and started to head towards the blazes. By the way, blazes are incredibly annoying to fight. They usually are in numbers or groups and overwhelm you quite easily, so what you have to do, if there's more than like 2, you want to bait them. As it turns out, if you go far enough, blazes will follow you, which allows you to have 1v1s. Also, every time they hit you, you want to run to a safe place and start to heal. After luring the 5 children, I mean blazes, to the back room, I killed them all and got their odds. Wait, why does that line feel so familiar to me? I wonder. Anyways, after that I had to spend another excruciating long 3 minutes walking back to the nether portal. After finally reaching the nether portal, I was able to go to the end, but I needed some more arrow first. Since I lost all those feathers, I had to go manually kill skeletons the whole night to get a few more arrows. In case you didn't know, you can't break the end crystals by hand without killing yourself. That is with my armor, of course, so I need arrows. After committing my genocide run with all of Sam's cousins, I decided I had enough arrows to go to the end. So as usual, whenever you get to the end, you take out the towers, which I shall do now. In case you don't understand what I'm doing right now, I need to go and get the arrows. Since I ran out, and I need the arrows to take out the end crystals, so I don't die. It was at this point I got very nervous, my hands were shaking to the point I thought I had a seizure. So that's why I was playing it very safe by only getting in about 10 hits each time I went to hit him. So that's why you'll see me just doing a bit of prep, and waiting a lot for the stupid dragon to land. I mean, I don't know about you, but after playing Minecraft for 20 hours, I hope you could see why I was nervous.
A few minutes later,
I kept playing it safe for the whole fight, while I was also repeatedly got bullied by Endermen. By the way, I should mention I never looked or hit these Endermen, so I don't know why they wanted me. That was beating Minecraft on a Superflat world. Subscribe for epic videos like this. If you have any comments or suggestions, leave them down in the comments below. And I hope to see ya in the next one. Bye.